Since last year, Supreme Master Ching Hai graciously allowed our association members to gather for international seminars. They were joyous occasions as Master and disciples reunited to meditate and pray for peace. During her visit to meet with our association members, Supreme Master Ching Hai also spoke of the teachings of past masters and answered the spiritual questions of fellow initiates. Throughout the ages, compassionate enlightened masters have urged people to surrender to the greater universal power by seeking the divine within, from which all other goodness and happiness follow. This message was echoed again in Supreme Master Ching Hai's discussion, The Attainments of a World Champion, with our association members on February 1st, 2009.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
I read you some story. The story of a world champion. The guy is a number one, champion, world champion. Long time ago. There was a guy. He has a lot of special talent. Yes. He is very diligent in learning. Yes. He's good with his hands. Yeah. And he's diligent. Therefore, anything he can learn. He learn fast, and he does it good. When he is only at the tender age of 20 years old, he was already famous as the most talented artisan. So he became very, very arrogant. Yes. And therefore, he decided that he's going to learn more and more of this other skill so that nobody can compete with him. Thus, he became even greater and greater and more famous. Yes. So he packed his tent, with his steel cup. You know, the one that you use for Mary in the retreat. Yeah. And then he went all over the place to try to learn different skill and different art, of different trade. Not just in this country, but he went all over the world. Every country, every nation, every little corner, every village. If he heard of someone who was skillful in some special craft, then he would go there and try to learn it. Because he's very diligent and he has the, motivation to be a world champion in craftsmanship. So he learned very fast. He has the talent also to learn fast. Once you are used to with something, it's easier to learn other things sometimes. Like if you already know English, it's easier to learn maybe French or Spanish, or the similar European language. Okay. Not only he learned fast and master the art that he studied with anyone, but he even exceed them in a higher level, like whatever he learned from them, he became even better than the teacher. Yes. And not only he learned about the craft, handcraft and all that. Before we only have handcraft, we didn't have machine. Anyway, he's famous for a good handicraft person, and in any art at all. Because handcraft, there are many things, like lamp, or you have woodcraft, carving, sculpturing, yes. All kind of things he can do. He learned all and he exceeds them all. He's the best. Not only that, he even knows feng shui, Yes. He even knows how to cook. Yes. He learned all the cooking, and maybe now and again he show off on the Supreme Master television. You never know. Check it out. Check it out, his website. He knows even singing. Playing musical instruments and all that. So he's excellent in all fields. He could even play Chinese chess. And he could also play cards, like blackjack, whatever you call it, white jack and yellow jack. All kind of jacks he can play. So he really knew many, many things, yes. Now he feels more and more great about himself. So he decided that, okay, he's going to go all over the world to have competition. Yes, to show off his talent, to see who can ever win him at all. He's sure nobody can, because he has learned with the best masters of all arts. Yeah, and he exceeds even the masters. So who can even defeat him? Oh, wonderful. So he make a journey now. He wants to have his name carved in the tablet of history. Yeah. So he doesn't want people to forget him. I am so and so, I lived 100,000 years ago. What's the use of doing that? Tell me. Any of you want to leave your name on the tombstone of history? No, huh? When you're dead, you are dead. When you're dead, you are dead, right? Correct. Thank you. Possible that when you're dead, you're still alive somehow? So, who is there to look at your name? Even if your name is carved on the greatest tombstone in the whole world, and when you're dead, can you read it? No. Maybe you can, who knows? You're not dead yet, you don't know. Almost everyone like to leave his or her name, into the history, to the record. I don't know what for. Suppose we can eat it, then it's not too bad. Or suppose we can spend it in some way. Suppose we can keep it always in our body and our mind that we know it after we die, then it would be not too bad. Maybe we could know it after we die. There are ghost stories, A love story, but ghost story also. And so maybe the ghost, the deceased, after they die, they probably go back to their tombstone to have a look at their own name and, how people revere them. Possible, eh? Possible that you will derive some pleasure after you die, if your name is on the wall somewhere. If we have not died, we don't know yet, huh? Well, we do know, right? But because when we die, we don't stay around on the planet, that's why. Every day you die, but you go somewhere else, huh? You go up to the higher level. So you probably don't know the pleasure of the guy who leaves his name on a tombstone and who hang around on the planet as a ghost. Okay, would you prefer that? Or having no name and just go straight to heaven? Yeah, that's better. Second option, eh? Much better. That's right. So, he wants to be world champion of everything. So now, one time he passed by a neighboring country, and then he saw in the crowded street of a big city, there was a man. That's a man. There was a guy. There was a guy in the middle of the crowd, in the middle of the big city. And you see? So when there is a man, even in such a crowd, such a big city, you notice him right away. He's a man. Yeah. He was selling bow and arrows. Okay. This man is also a kind of repairer for this kind of thing, a bow and arrow. Yes. And then he was standing there with everybody else, watching this master of the craft, like bending the wood and taking out the arrow and twisting the wire, and things like that. It's very, very fast and very flowing. so skillfully, so masterly. And he was standing there and he looked. He felt too bad already, that he didn't know this thing. So he was thinking to himself, if I'm going to compete with him in his craft, I'm sure he will win. Yes, because he's too good, too good. So he come and, pretend to be humble himself and learn the craft from the man. 3 days only, he learned everything from the master. Not only that, as usual, he could make it faster, better, more skillful. Better than the guy. Yeah, this is special. So he say goodbye to the master of the bow and arrow and then leave again. And then one day he passed by a river, so he need a boat, So he was sitting on a boat. And there was a boatman who was rowing the boat. And he looked at him with his big muscle, The boatman with big muscle like this, similar to this. See that? Yeah. So he was thinking, lucky I have not dared him to compete with me in rowing boat, or else I will lose for sure. So he was also begging humbly with this boatman to learn the art of rowing. Yeah, 2 days only, he succeeded in knowing how to row the boat. And even better than the teacher, of course. He's a champion, he's a guy. He's a Z guy. Okay. And then one day, he went past another country and he saw a beautiful palace, the royal palace, with so much splendor and artistic carving and all kind of fantastic detail that he has not seen anywhere else. So he was thinking, this must be an extraordinary architect. So he, of course, keep asking people about his address, his email and all that. And then finally found the architect. And also learned with this architect. And after not long, he also succeeded becoming a fantastic architect himself. A real one. With graduation. Yeah. The professional architect. Now he said goodbye again and continue his way. Trying to, make competition wherever he goes. He went around about 16 countries. Won so many championships. Everybody who compete with him lost, for sure. So in the later days, when anybody or the best of the artisans heard of his name, they bow their head in awe already. Yes, they don't dare to go out and compete with him ever again. All of them. So now everybody praise him as the best artisan, the one who make craft, all kind of thing. He is the best artisan in the whole world. Yeah, now everybody, worship him, revere him, praise him. Everywhere he goes, everybody know who he is and what he is. So he's feeling very proud and happy. For a while. Let's face it. Even if you're the most famous person in the world, how long will you enjoy your fame? How long will you satisfy yourself with this kind of grandeur, hey? You can't eat it all day, no? Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Even the best food in the world, if you keep eating it every day, you also feel fed up, no? Right. So therefore, this guy is the same. After enjoying this glory for a while, he became a little bored. He felt a little lost, lonely, because nobody could match him Oh, that's a terrible feeling. You are alone in the world, like you're on top of the mountain, all by yourself. Ooh, wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, many of us would like that, no? You always complain to me, oh, Master, I like to go in the Himalaya, sit in a cave somewhere and meditate. Yes, because I'm so bothered by family, friends, job, trouble, tax, bills and all kind of things. I'm fed up. I like to be alone in the Himalaya. Yeah, not long either, Yeah, you feel so bored alone there. Maybe not. Truly it's nice to be alone. Have you felt that way sometimes when you have a chance to be alone? Wonderful, huh? Yeah, talking about it. I know it well. The niceness of being alone, of solitude, the mental tranquility, no bothering, no worry. That's the nicest thing you can have in the whole world. You could be alone and do what you want. Yeah, not just meditation, but just be alone. Then the mind's more calm, all the people's ideas, questions, demands, not dancing in front of your nose anymore. And you just calm down and you just be yourself. Yeah. You can see yourself clearer, better. Yes. And sometimes better idea comes out. But the thing is, better ideas come out, we better go and use it to serve the world. That's why we come out. Or else, it's nicer to be alone, chewing over your ideas.
Thank you, joyous viewers, for your company for today's episode of Between Master and Disciples. Join us again tomorrow for part 2 of The Attainments of a World Champion. Now, please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for healthy living. Coming up next, after Noteworthy News. May your spirit be light and bright with God's blessings and grace.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/BMD.